Hello, this video is to be used as an informational guide about caring for your child's hearing aid and making sure that it is working properly at all times. This is a hearing aid kit, and inside the hearing aid kit you'll find a listening device, which I will explain to you in just a moment. We also have a drying kit and desiccant, which I will also explain. Hearing aids require batteries, so we have different sets of batteries in the hearing kit. We have a battery checker, a wax remover, and this device that is used to get rid of any moisture or wetness or something like sweat in the hearing aid. Alright, today I'll be demonstrating with a behind the ear hearing aid that has an ear mold. This is the typical type of hearing aid that is worn by children who have hearing loss. So this is our ear mold, and the ear mold has some tubing right here. This tubing connects to this, and this is called the ear hook. The ear hook is then connected to what is the actual hearing aid device. Our hearing aid has two microphones that help detect the directions that sound is coming in. On the lower back end of our hearing aid, we have our battery door, where our battery is put. So each hearing aid requires a particular type of battery. Size 10 comes in yellow. Size 13 comes in orange. Size 312 comes in brown. And for those who wear cochlear implants, they will use size 675 that comes in blue. So in order to check that our battery is working, I'm going to open up the back end and then take the battery out. I'm going to use my battery checker by putting the battery on it and then pushing up. I see that all the bars light up in black, so I know that the battery is full and working well. When the battery is, or it's indicated that the battery is low, it is time to change it and put a new one in. So I will put my battery in, and in order to get a new battery from here, I would twist this until it came right up to the top. And in order to activate the battery, I would remove this. And by doing so, it allows air to come in, which activates the battery to start working. Alright, once I put a new battery in the hearing aid, it is important that I check to make sure that it's working efficiently. And this is where my listening device comes in. So I'm going to remove the ear mold. And then I'm going to put on my listening device. Now this part of the listening device is what goes in my ear. And then this other end goes right into the top of the ear hook. Now in order to check that mine or your child's hearing aid is working efficiently, you are going to do the Ling 6 sounds. These are 6 sounds that are all across a span of different frequencies, and we want to make sure that the hearing aid is working effectively at all frequencies. These are the sounds: E, U, Ah, S, Sh, I was able to hear all those sounds through this hearing aid, so I know that it is working well. I also have a personal listening device that has an ear mold that is shaped right to my ear so that I am able to check hearing aids with this as well. So I will demonstrate doing the Ling 6 another time with my listening device. E, oo, ah, s, sh, I was able to hear each of those sounds well through this hearing aid so that I know it's working well. Now once I have done that, I would put this here, have my child put their hearing aid on, and I would repeat the Ling 6 sound with them, but it's going to be a little different this time. It's important that I cover my mouth so that when I say the sounds, they're hearing them only auditorily and not getting any visual cues from reading my lips. And I'm going to do this with their hearing aids on to know that while they're wearing them that they are working well. Let me demonstrate how this is done. E. Ask them to repeat the sound. Ooh. Ask them to repeat. Ah. Ask them to repeat. S. Ask them to repeat. Shh. Ask them to repeat. And ask them to repeat. If they can hear and tell you all those sounds, that means that their hearing aids are working effectively. For our ear mold, it is common to get wax stuck, and so we use this device in order to remove any wax that gets in this little hole right here. I'm just going to dig in and get out any wax that might be in there, because having that blockage is going to affect their ability to hear. Sometimes we get moisture or sweat, or the ear mold just gets wet. This device is used by putting it through that hole and going like this to have any moisture taken out. With any electrical device, including hearing aids, it is important to keep them dry. So we are going to use our drying kit and our desiccant every night in order to keep them dry. So I'm going to open up the drying kit, take this top part out, and I'm going to take out my desiccant. And I'm going to place the desiccant at the bottom of this drying kit. I will then put this back in, and I'm going to take out the battery of the hearing aid during the night. Just keeps it, the battery working longer if you take it out. And I'm going to place it in the drying kit and close it up. And I will do this every night in order to help keep it dry. It also helps remove any moisture that might have built up during the day. So these are the steps on how to take care of your child's hearing aid and to make sure that it's working properly each and every day. Happy hearing!